Hey there, my dear Scorpios fam. This is your horoscope for March 2024, and it seems like you are busy with your work and also giving birth, busy with your children. Now, we will dive deep in a minute into your horoscope for March. In March, all the planets will be in a beautiful communication. You know, they tell the stories, and usually they're like people. They are talking sometimes to each other, sometimes they argue with each other. And this month of March, they will be in a friendly circle with each other, which brings us amazing, beautiful month. Now, let's start with your March horoscope. And March starts with North Node meeting up with Chiron on 5th of March. Now, their meetup actually already was at play since February because they came to very close to each other since February, and they were, crawling to each other since then. And they will finally shake hands and hug each other, greet each other, meaning come to the same point, same degree on the sky on 5th of March. But their connection will be strong up until end of April. So all these 3 months, February, March, and April, we will feel their conjunction. And let me tell you what their conjunction means. This conjunction is pretty rare because last time when they shook hands, it was in 2008, but in a different sign. So, Chiron takes 50 years to make full circle around the horoscope wheel, and it spends roughly 4 years in each zodiac sign. So now you see that it's pretty rare, their conjunction, and especially rare in the same sign, for example, but this time they are meeting in a different sign. And they will meet in your house of work, in your house of health. Now, this is amazing place to meet and host these two. Now, North Node is another way to call it. It's a dragon head. I would like to talk about dragons because recently, last month, it was Chinese New Year, and according to Eastern calendar, it's a dragon year now in full force. And North Node in astrology called dragon head, and there is another node, South Node. It's called dragon tail, and they are always situated opposite to each other in the horoscopic wheel. And the line between them and this whole dragon body, it's called destiny line. Now, North Node signifies where we should be moving to in our lives, where we are headed, what we should be achieving in this lifetime. And South Node is something that we should be living, something that we should be releasing in this lifetime, and it's our past. By looking at our South Node, we can check who we've been in the past lives. Reincarnation, if you believe in so. And most of Scorpios believe, I bet. Now, Chiron is an asteroid. If Chiron is an asteroid, by the way, North Nodes, this North Node and South Nodes, like lunar nodes, they are a mathematical point. You cannot, look at them on the sky, look at them, check them. It's just a mathematical point, automatically calculated when you draw up your natal chart. But Chiron is an asteroid. And Chiron, according to Greek mythology, represented as a half human, half horse. It's like a mythical creature consisting of two incompatible parts. And according to legends, it is said to be a healer, great healer, and a teacher. And your destiny, meeting this healer, this teacher, Aka teacher, in your 6th house of health, that is an amazing placement. Now, I will list for you a few topics that might come up, but just so you know that 1 or 2 might come to your life, but not all. And it depends on where we are in our life, right now. So some of you Scorpios who are on the page of health-wise, let's say all sorts of related errands issues about health, some of your injuries might get healed, my dear Scorpios. Something that was going on for a quite long time, like 9 or even up to 18 or 20 years. Maybe you had some injury. It doesn't matter, physical or mental even. some psychological traumas or childhood wounding. Now those things will get healed. And also here is about eating habits. It might change dramatically, or it could be that you will get a pet as well and that pet will bring you an amazing healing support, healing journey. And about eating habits, you might totally switch to healthy eating style because Chiron is a teacher. It teaches us how to do better things, how to become better versions of ourselves. Or you might start incorporating sport into your life. Like, of course, consequently eating healthy as well, right? And doing sport every day, like yoga, Pilates, it doesn't matter what is that, but some more physical activity in your life. Some Scorpios who are busy with work, because 6th house is the house of work, you might become a teacher or mentor to someone or some group of people at work. It might be, or it will be your work to mentor them or teach them for something. Like you will be the one to teach others to something. Or you might decide to become a teacher or healer. Like, for example, in universities, in colleges, at colleges or any educational institutions. Or like healing practices. You might be having some healing practices as well going on. Or you might decide to become a doctor, because doctors are also healers, physical healers. Or you might actually meet someone. If that's not you, then you might meet someone who are those ways, like doctors, teachers, healers. And in general, that someone might bring you a great healing. Or you might bring great healing to someone by, I don't know, solving some issues. And that healing, it doesn't matter. It could be mental, physical, psychological, anything. And Chiron is associated with number 2, because Chiron is, as I said, is a half human, half horse. And Chiron, that's why there are 2 parts of him. And just incorporate number 2 into those topics that I said. Maybe it's 2 people that you're going to meet that will heal you. Or you will take up 2 positions as teachers in 2 different places. Or you will heal 2 of your friends or of your colleagues. Or you might get 2 pets, like a dog and a cat, or 2 dogs or 2 cats. Okay, let's move to Mercury. Mercury, planet of communication, signing contracts, planet of, this is our little postman. It delivers messages around the universe to all other planets, like real postmen in our lives. On 10th of March, right before few hours of new moon, because 10th of March we have new moon of our month. And Mercury, few hours before, it will slip into your 6th house, house of work and health, bringing actually all sorts of paperwork to your work desk. Signing papers, agreements, documents, and lots of calls, messages, chats, and especially at work, my dear Scorpios. Also, it might be messages from your doctor about your health, or results like of analysis or tests that you've been running before around 5th of March, since the beginning of the month. Your results might come up and your doctor will contact you around 10th of March. Or you will just go for a medical checkup around this time. Or it could be about your pet's health too. Also, you might be actually writing an article maybe about an eating habit or a healthy eating style, some sort of articles. Okay, and 10th of March we have new moon, as I said. On the same day, new moon, it will appear in the other house, house of joy, house of children and business, in your 5th house, at 20 degrees of that house, meaning those who are born on 12th of November, plus or minus 5 days, will be affected the most by this new moon, my dear Scorpios. And that new moon will happen to be in a so compatible, so blendable sign to yours. You will love that new moon. And that new moon will receive an opportunity beam from Uranus, planet of surprises. Some happy surprises are due, my dear Scorpios, for you. And Uranus will be in your house of marriages. Oh my god. Now these are like love houses. You will love the news coming to you around this new moon, my dear Scorpios. Love is in the air. Spring came, right? Okay, 10th of March, so this new moon, let me tell you a few things that might happen. These houses are love houses, your 5th house and 7th house. There might be like a proposal, quite surprising way, quite sudden, unexpected. You won't expect it, my dear Scorpios. Now, those who are single, for sure, you will get that proposal. And those who are already married, who has, wives and husband, or like a long-term partner, it might be news about pregnancy from your sweetheart that you won't expect. That will be a surprise for you, my dear Scorpios. Or if you are single and you don't even expect anyone to propose you, it might be you meet your better half, because this new moon is happening in your house of true love. Now you're gonna meet someone very special around this new moon, and this new moon will bring that person into your life. Since Jupiter is also in your 7th house, Jupiter is the planet of luck. Luck is in your marriage house, my dear Scorpios. First half of 2024. And let me tell you that new moons and full moons, they usually, how they act, they don't usually bring the news right on that day when they appear. Whatever new moon or full moon is that, all full moons and new moons, they act in the way that only few of us will get the news of the new moon or full moon on the same day it appears, but most of us, we will get the news gradually, like beginning from 5 days before the new moon appears and 5 days after or full moon appears. So basically meaning 10 days. This new moon is appearing on 10th of March, for example, and this new moon story will be unfolding for us already since 5th of March until 15th of March. Meaning all these 10 days, this new moon or any other full moons or new moons will be telling the story. So some of us might get the news already before or even after. Now, I hope I'm clear on this. Let's come back to this new moon. 5th house is also a business house. Those who are entrepreneurs, those who are businessmen of you guys, my dear Scorpios, you might get an offer or contract to open business, or to like contract of partnership around this new moon, and that will be very sudden offer. And it will be especially superb offer. Very amazing, bombastic offer will be for those who are in artistic endeavors, like actors, painters, singers, models, artists, photographers. All this creative area is lit amazingly, and you will get that business partnership, those who are in these areas. Also, you will have good chances to win in a competition. If you are also in this area or any other business area and you are entering into competition, you will have all the chances to win that. And actors and singers especially, they will get some agent maybe proposal for cooperation, some sort of signing contract, quite sudden, and that will be happy news for you. But let me tell you about one downfall about this new moon, and in general about this month of March. First half of March, there will be only 2 planets who will be arguing with each other. All other planets will be in a friendly relationships with each other, but these 2 will have an argument, and that argument will be heated up exactly on 9th of March, before this new moon appears. And it will still be influential first half of March. And those 2 planets are Uranus and Mars, your ruler, your ancient ruler. And Mars is the planet of action, and transiting exactly the house where, last new moon appeared of last month on February 9. That new moon we didn't like, all of us, because at that new moon we got some unexpected and unpleasant news, because Uranus was sending harsh angle, and Uranus is the planet of surprises. And Mars coming to that point this month in March might activate again that new moon's message. Those of you who didn't get anything around 9th of February, any news, plus or minus 5 days around that date, then they might receive the news now around 9th of March, plus or minus 5 days. It might be that your steady sweetheart might not be getting along with your family, like your mother or parents, but especially mother. Or it might be also that there will be some sort of a disagreement between you on the topics like where to live, like a house, real estate, or apartment, or even a city. Some sort of disagreement. It might be you want to live somewhere else and she wants to live somewhere else, or vice versa. Or it might be that you will be moving somewhere and your partner won't like it, including business partnerships too here. Okay, let's move about love. We are talking about love and love planet. Let's see what is love planet is doing in March. Venus, planet of love, beauty, and money, on 11th of March will move into your true love house, 5th house, bringing love actually to your love house. Flirty mood, kinda, meeting lovely people that you want to fall in love with, loving life kinda mood, and loving yourself mood. Those who are in a creative area, like actors, as I said, singers, will be enjoying this Venus even more, as they will be showing off their creativity and their talents right on the highest point. And whatever they will be creating, you will be creating, will be beautiful, and you will be liking the process itself of creating it. Masterpieces you will be creating, my dear Scorpios. If that's if you are in business, like if you are a business owner, you might get some money around 11th of March, like business return, some things. Giver of life, give light of our universe, sun, on 20th of March will move into house of work and health. So bringing your life around work, everyday assignments, your routine, health matters, maybe checkups again at the hospital, or just annual checkups. Maybe you will be getting those shots, flu shots. Spring is coming, right? And 20th of March happened to be a day of spring equinox, when we have the day and night at the same length, meaning daylight and nightlight we will get the dose of same dosage. And after this 20th of March, finally, they will be getting longer. Summer is coming. 23rd of March, your ancient ruler, Mars, will move into your 5th house, house of love, true love, bringing activities with children if you have them, or bringing more actions, motivations actually, and kind of flirty mood to date someone, or bring hobbies to your life. If you have already, like if you're married, then maybe you will get busy with your hobbies, actively doing it literally. And especially creators like actors, singers, painters might get a boost of confidence, activity, like to do your masterpiece, to create your masterpieces, and that you will get busy actually creating. For business owners, Mars moving into the 5th house means you might open doors of your business now, or some additional maybe franchise, or it might be a lot of activities on that around your business ideas, getting ready, for example, if you are a newcomer. Or if you're already established business owner, then you might be getting more clients, and somehow making business bigger, your business bigger. 5th house is also house of competitions. If you are an artist, then you might be around this day on a show, like competing show, or in general very in a competitive mode, and mood. And enjoying life and going out, having fun is the general message of Mars in the 5th house. Also gambling, but be careful here, my dear Scorpios. And March will wrap up well with eclipse, the first one of our 2024. On 25th of March, we have full moon, lunar eclipse in your private house, in your house of, behind the doors house, 12th house. And that eclipse will be superbly amazing. Eclipses have they have 10 power of 10 full moons. And if new moons and full moons, they deliver messages within 10 days they appear, eclipses deliver messages within 6 months they appear. So they are influential 3 months before they actually appear and 3 months after. So this eclipse, it might be already unfolding for you the story, but usually eclipses don't unfold story, they change lives. They're like elevators of the universe. They lift us up quite suddenly and they help us to change us for better. And that eclipse will be amazingly supported by your ruler, Pluto. Amazing support. Now, Pluto is the planet of transformation, such a karmic planet, which is situated for the next 20 years in your house of family. And here I will mention you a few, again, topics. 1 or 2 might come up, but not all. I will make another video on eclipses, so stay tuned. I would like to tell you more about the eclipses, how do they work and how they influence our lives. But here I would just briefly mention for you a few topics that it might, be related to. Now, 12th house is the house, past life, of our past life. Some things will be finishing, like you totally regenerating, especially Pluto is here, transforming. Maybe you completely will be sealing the door for your past, finishing something, releasing something, and your life will not be anymore the same, my dear Scorpios. Some things will be finishing because full moon, lunar eclipse, meaning full moons usually, they are like a huge projectors. They're like a huge light bulb. They bring to your attention something that was already in your life very radically, in a radical way, or they are also about closures, about finishing up something. You will be closing the door. Some sort of chapter in your life even might be moving somewhere far, and that's why you will be saying goodbye to the place where you've been living before, closing that story of your life and moving to a new place somewhere very far, or maybe out to the island, because 12th house is the house of islands, some sort of isolated places somewhere in the nature near sea. Also, maybe it will be your birthplace, like roots. You will be saying farewell to them. Another topic is buying a house somewhere, again, far, because 12th house is the far lands house, like real estate, or even maybe a hotel. You might buy a hotel around this full moon lunar eclipse on an island, maybe. You've got a business plan, no? Secrets. 12th house is the house of secrets, and full moons happening in 12th house usually bring secrets to the surface. So usually family secrets, especially family secrets coming to light. You will probably know about something about your ancestors, about your roots, about your family past. 12th house is also house of health. Here might be some surgeries, and if you have some planned surgeries or even unplanned, but it seems like you won't have unplanned surgeries, rather planned surgeries. So those surgeries might go extra well. So no worries on that. Another thing, some of you guys, my dear Scorpios, will be around digging underground resources. 12th house is underground, like digging something, might receive inheritance also, maybe precious stone or ring, like familial ring, stone or necklace, some sort of family treasure. And that some Scorpios you might get released, let's say like from prison, if you've been for most probably you've been there for 15 years or more. and now you will get final release from prison or hospital, actually, like places of confinement, places of seclusion. Or let's say you've been, I prefer to think you've been living on an island for the last 15 years or more, and now you've decided to move to a, I don't know, continental life, to somewhere in the city. And some 12 house is some sort of also restricted places. You might get released finally, my dear Scorpios. Also, or it might be a trip to somewhere near water. Here, you've been maybe planning some trip already for 3 months, and you will finally travel to an island with your family, or to some sort of nature, maybe to a lakeside. 12th house is also a house of release. It's the house of loss. Some of you guys, you might be releasing something or someone from your life, and your family will be very supportive of that. I mean, of not of that, but of you. They will support you in that situation if that happens. And 12th house is like hidden, it's other world house. So someone or something going to that world, and your family will show great support to you, my dear Scorpios. In general, whatever comes up around this lunar eclipse, everything will be positive. Everything will be for good. Whatever is done in our lives, it's always for good, my dear Scorpios. And it seems like all other planets, like Venus and Saturn from your true love house, will be making beautiful chat with Uranus and Jupiter in your house of marriage. And, whole actually March, your love life, your sweetheart will be showing amazing support, and you will be feeling so grateful and lucky to have that person in your life, my dear Scorpios. I wish you the best month of March. And it seems like the universe is in hard work to bring that way March for you. Bye-bye.